Hey dude, alright, I've updated the program and added a whole buttload of features, so I'm going to quickly go through those and just kind of show you what I've done. Um, so, here's a page I've already run through the program, and as you can see, there's now a handy dandy header here, so it'll display complete header information. Also, you'll also notice that there's a comment before the PGN. It can now handle that. Before, if you put a comment before the PGN, it wouldn't work. In fact, the chess.js library couldn't handle that. So I had to write something that would parse through everything before handing it over to chess.js library. So it can now handle chess variants like chess 960 and partial games. You'll notice that this is from a non-standard position. And it handles it just fine. What else can you do now? It turns end of game scores into a comment. So if we go over to this game, this is that Bobby Fischer game. Not only can you see that you can handle pretty substantial comments before the game, including brackets, so it'll ignore brackets that aren't a part of the header. But also, as I just said, it turns the score into a comment, so you can see that. Also, you'll notice that there's an actual comment next to the score comment. I wrote a method that, or a regular expression, that merges any comments that are next to each other. So one of the ways I was handling variants is I was turning them into comments, and then of course you run into the problem, what happens if there's multiple comments next to each other then? Well, that's the solution, is I just merge comments that are next to each other. When I mean next to each other, I don't mean on the same turn. I mean like literally on the same move. So it's not going to change, being able to put comments for white's move and black's move. So I totally rewrote the comment parser as well as the variant parser, and I got rid of the loops that were originally there. In favor of a more elegant solution in the form of a really beefy regular expression that breaks things up into a bunch of capture groups. So it's good. It works. What else? It handles ellipses following a variant. So like right here, check this out. That's an ellipses, right? Normally, if there was a variant and then the game continued, or there was a comment and the game continued after the comment, it'd be like ... and then like turn 12 or something. So this handles that. It just gets rid of the triple dots. It also handles really long player names. So if we wanted to turn that into, Robert James Fisher, the first of Wales, second to the throne, it would automatically, push down all the div stuff. So it'd work and fit. Both the standalone version and the Lichess version have the same features now. So there's no difference between the two, except one has the game board displayed here, and then the other one doesn't. It just has that stuff. You'll notice that the beta thing is just still annoyingly animated. Obviously you can just change that if you want. But I left it like that. I have not gotten any comments or feedback on the program, so I'm assuming people don't know that they can hover over that to bring up the menu here. I really don't care. I just left it animated, so your call totally. So yeah, what it needs still to have done is I'd like to go back in and rewrite the recursive gobbledygook here that I'm doing to build the actual boards. It's just, I don't know, it's not great. So I feel like I can make it much more elegant if I just force the DOM to redraw the chessboard instead of doing a recursive loop and then using promises like is what I'm currently doing. So anyways, check it out. Update the main version after it gets an adequate test on your standalone server. One of the other things that I would like to look into is getting this so it works on your mobile app, because I noticed that you can import games, but you still can't use this. So maybe that's the next step. I don't know. What do you think? Anyways, thank you, and I look forward to your feedback.